We saw Noah Kahan. Is it Kahan or Khan?
I have no idea.
I believe it's Kahan.
Noah Khan?
I believe so. That's how I've always heard it.
Like
pronounced.
James Khan. We saw Noah Khan with the Oilers late last week. See him taking the picture with Draisaitl and McDavid. He was tweeting stuff about, I think, Darnell Nurse maybe. Recently, we had Celine Dion reading the Bruins lineup, which was amazing.
Look at the smiles and look, they really are like pumped to see
That is, they were like, a legend is here, respect.
Yeah.
And I love that it has like stole your girl energy to the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Like
I love
Bruins
petty shit like
Canadiens
that, yeah.
rivalry has been not super juicy for the last several years, but the Bruins just like taking one of their most famous fans and being like, ours now.
I went down a Celine Dion rabbit hole recently, and let me find it. I was looking up the song "My Heart Will Go On," which famously is from the 1997 James Cameron fish movie Titanic, and that song is written by James Horner, who writes a bunch of Celtic music, which is why you get the flute and everything in that song. The lyrics are by Will Jennings. I clicked on, who's Will Jennings? He's an American lyricist. He writes lyrics for songs. The two biggest songs he wrote lyrics for were My Heart Will Go On and Tears in Heaven, which, if you do not know what Tears in Heaven is, it is an Eric Clapton song about how his kid fell out the window.
That's weird.
Eric Clapton didn't write the lyrics to that song?
That's
That
really
is
weird.
crazy.
That's a crazy look for old Eric.
That is really weird.
That is a bad look for old Slowhand.
I should have known
wow.
they weren't racist enough.
Yes, they did not include hate speech. They were not anti-vax or in the 70s.
That is such a weird
horribly
look for
racist.
Eric Clapton. It's also kind of a weird look for a guy who writes a song for a guy whose son fell out of a window.
Yeah, just be like, hey, look,
Hey,
my
I
kid
got-
died. What do you
like,
think?
Yeah, right.
What do you got? What do you got on that?
Imagine that meeting. You'd be like, hey, I got something for you. It's like, why'd you write this?
My like one, I guess, kind of spin zone where it would kind of make sense is if like you're just having a really hard time dealing with like the grief of it and you need someone else to help you process it and they write it together. But yeah, if the guy just showed up being like, I saw your kid fall out a window, here's a song, that is crazy.
Yeah, imagine just showing up for coffee and be like, I got some songs for you. I think you're really going to like them. And he just reads it's like, what the fuck? Chad is saying that he co-wrote it. He has co-writing credit on.
So I think
that's better.
it's better, but I would assume Clapton wrote the music and old Will. I would think that Clapton wrote some of the lyrics.
Well, I would if I was Eric Clapton and that was presented to me, I would be like, I got to change one word in this, so I get a writing credit.
We've talked about this. The old Glenn Fry, change a word, get a third. It's an old songwriting trick, Sean. You know about this?
I didn't know of it specifically, but it makes sense.
Do you just be like, oh, like let me tweak this a little bit. Now we've both written a song. That's very nice.
Changing a word.
I love like behind the scenes songwriting stuff. Like my favorite thing ever is the "Okay, Ladies, Let's Get in Formation" from Beyonce. It was written by a dude, Sway Lee of
Sunflower fame.
Yeah.
Oh,
He wrote those lyrics, which is hilarious to me because it's like one of the most classic like women empowerment lyrics ever, and it was just a dude.
Great.
The thing about the Clapton thing though is that like that it'd be one thing if your kid like died in a car accident or some like traditional way, but
Yeah, just
to
a
have a
traditional way for a child to die.
well, but you know what I mean.
get what you're
Like
saying.
Sean's
was-
big into the tradition of
It's quite
child
possibly
death.
like the most horrific way.
yeah,
for
and it's
a
just
child.
like, and I've never heard like that's not something like that anybody can relate to.
Right.
So like, how are you writing a song about
that's
that?
a good point.
Like it's not like if the kid had died in a tragic but more common way, like a car accident, you could be like, okay,
yeah.
I can wrap my head around that idea. Maybe someone that you've known. You don't know anyone that's fallen out of a window.
Yeah, you imagine like someone going up to Clapton and be like, same thing happened to my nephew.
Like
what?
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
That helped me get through my window-related child death.
It's just such a specific thing to have
Yeah, I
happen
know.
to you to have someone else help you write that song. That's crazy.
So that was all part. I never even set up the topic
I was
because
gonna
we got
say,
so
how did
far
we
away
get-
from it. Factor in Kahan with the Oilers. Kahan with the Oilers. Apologies, Noah, if I can't say your name correctly. Celine Dion with the Bruins. Christina Aguilera at the Penguins game. Is music having a moment?
I think it is. Is it music's biggest weekend?
Is tonight music's biggest night?
Also, Christina looks great. Looks great. Also, that Penguins
Agreed.
jersey looks great.
I was
That
gonna
Penguins jersey is tremendous.
Best the Penguins have looked this season.
True.